this is how I configure add payment info event using the newer customer pixel section on Shopify store using Google Tag Manager. First thing first, we need to make sure that our web pixel is properly connected with our backend. So let's go to the settings on our Shopify backend and scroll down to the customer event sections. Once we are on the customer event section, click on this button which says add custom pixel, and yeah, this is where we are going to add the pixel. Let's rename it as Meta Add Payment Info, and let's call it data layer. Great, and hit add pixels. Now these settings are really important to make sure that the permissions are set to not required and data sale is set to does not qualify, right? After that, you will find a link in the description of this video which will take you to this blog post, and if you scroll down, you will find all the code snippet that we need. So let's just copy the code snippet, go back to our Shopify backend and paste the code right here. Now this is going to trigger an add_payment_info event, and the only thing we have to update on this one is the Google Tag Manager container ID. You can get the GTM container ID from your Google Tag Manager backend. So just click on the ID right here, copy this parameter, go back to the Shopify and paste it right here. Boom, and hit save changes on the top and then click connect. Once you click on connect, this code that we have added here, it will be connected with the backend of our store. And doing this thing, we have done two sections, which is adding the customer pixel and adding the Google Tag Manager container. Great, now we can move on to the third step, but before jumping there, let's just verify if the event is actually working or not. So let's just go to the front end of our store, and I'm going to click on inspect so you can see all the events that are firing inside the data. To see the events, you have to switch to the console tab instead of the elements tab. So let's switch to console. And since the add payment info event is going to fire on the final checkout, so let's just go to the checkout page directly. Once we are on the cart page to the checkout page, I'm going to add the user information one by one so we can trigger the event. Since this is an add payment info event, so let's just directly go to the cart section, and this is a test store, so you can see a bogus sign right here. But I'm going to add some information 1234 123. And then let's add the name of the card. Let's do test. And as soon as we go outside of this one and click on pay, this is where the add payment info event is triggering. For some reason, this does not trigger like as soon as we go outside of the box. It only triggers when we click on the pay now button. Great. So let's check the data layer event. It has all the information about the items array, currency, coupon, and shipping value, etc. Perfect. We have everything that we needed for the event. So now let's just move on to the Google Tag Manager account to create the variables, tags, and triggers that we need for the event. Perfect. Once you are on the tag section, let's just go to the templates because we need a few templates before we start working on the tags directly. And we need two templates. One we need for the tags and one we need for the variable. To get the tag template, let's just search for the template gallery and use the tag that is created by Stimo, and that was later sold on to the Facebook archive team. Great. Let's search for Facebook and select this tag which was created by Facebook archive team, and then click on add to workspace. Once you click on add to workspace, just confirm by clicking on the add button, and this tag template will be available for us in the video. For the variable templates, we are not going to search it. We are going to import this one from the same description video link. So once you click on import, you can find this template on the blog post right under the code snippet. So just select the tag template and click on save button. Once you click on save, this will be automatically created, and let's just exit out from this page. Now we have to create three variables that we need for this project. The first variable is going to be the Facebook pixel ID, that is just a constant variable. So let's create a constant variable to securely hold the pixel ID. Let's copy the ID from our Facebook events manager and paste the ID right here. Let's rename this one as Meta Pixel ID and hit save changes. The next thing we need is the e-commerce item data layer parameter. So let's just select the data layer parameter and select e-commerce.items array. And let's rename this one as DLV e-commerce.items and hit save changes. The next one we need is the e-commerce parameter generator. So let's select this one. And it only needs the array of the objects. So let's just select array of objects from here. Let's rename this one as e-commerce parameter generator. And since this one is for Meta, so let's call it Meta and hit save changes. We have all the variables that we needed, and now we need to create the trigger which will only fire on add payment info event. So let's just go to new and create a custom event which will only look for add payment_info, and let's rename this one as custom event add payment info and hit save changes. Now we are in a position where we can create the tag that will capture this event. So let's click on new and go to the triggers and select add payment info. And under the tag configuration, let's select the Facebook pixel tag with that we just created. Let's add the Facebook pixel ID through the constant variable that we have added. So let's select this one. The name of the event is going to be AddPaymentInfo. So let's select AddPaymentInfo. Scroll down to the object properties and load a variable, which is the EPG meta parameter. These are all the things that we needed for this tag. So let's click on Save Changes and rename this as Meta AddPaymentInfo. And let's click on Save. Unfortunately, we won't be able to test this event using the previews button, so we have to submit the changes. So let's rename this version as Tracking Academy and Meta AddPaymentInfo and hit Publish. Great. Before getting too excited, let's just verify if everything is working all right. So let's just go to the Shopify front end and go to the cart page again. From the cart page, we are going directly to the checkout page because we already have an item in the cart. Just to change things up, I'm also going to add one more quantity. So let's just go to the checkout page now. And instead of filling all the details, I'm just skipping directly to the cart section. So let me add there some details here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, let's call it test. And as soon as I will click on Add Pay Now, you will see that using the Pixel Helper extension, the Add Payment Info event has fired. And it also has item ID, item name, all the content information, along with text and currency and the value parameters that were required. We can also verify the same information using the Event Manager's Test Event section. If you go to the Test Event section and scroll down to the website events, you can add the website URL right here. So let's copy the website URL and go back to the store and add the URL right here and click on Open Website. Now we can do the same thing. Scroll down all the way to the Add Payment Info section, add the card details, add security details, and add the name of the card. Let's just click on Pay Now. As soon as we will click Pay Now, you will see that the Add Payment Info event has fired and this event will be received from the event manager. It also has all the information related to the coupon, shipping, value, currency, item ID, and everything. Now we have successfully tracked the Add Payment Info event, and if you want to see how to track initiate checkout event using the newer customer pixel section, click on this video right here.